What's going on, my beautiful people? So in this video we are going to talk about getting prepared in the season of silence. So you might be in a season of silence right now where it feels like you're not seeing any progress, nothing's happening as fast as you thought it would, and you're expecting like bigger things to happen, and you're wondering like, what the hell's going on? Where is God? Why is God not accelerating me? And you start looking around and you start maybe like comparing yourself. You start thinking like, am I falling behind? Am I gonna have enough time? I know that feeling better than any man. I'm somebody who's growing up, I'm getting older. And we got to be able to have peace and joy in this process of the journey. And I'm somebody that's gone from like being a little bit anxious, being a little bit insecure, being like, okay, how am I going to do this? Trying to figure out my path, making these YouTube videos. But now I have had more joy and more peace than I ever had before. And I want to share with you guys some things that we can do to like one of the things that has helped me, that have really like changed my perspective on it. And it's actually a story from the Bible, man. So in the Bible, we know David, and he's a great man. We know all the stuff that he's done. If you don't know David, he's actually a king. He ends up becoming a king, but he didn't start out as a freaking king. What he actually started out as, our freaking cat's chasing a little thing over there. But what he actually started out as is a shepherd. He was out there shepherding the sheep for his father, and his family kind of just outcast him over there. He was in his season of silence. And his brothers were out there fighting a war. They were fighting for the army. And they were very, very highly regarded. Everybody looked at his brothers and they were like, oh, they're doing this. They're so amazing, this and that. And his dad wasn't even like very proud of David at all. When Samuel came, he didn't want to bring out David because he didn't think that he measured up to any of his other brothers. So David was in the season of silence where nobody really knew him. Nobody really cared about him. Nobody really like gave him any recognition, anything like that. But think about it. David is out here in the shepherd's field. And these are probably where some of the Psalms that we read today were written. David's out here in the shepherd's field where he has to build his character. He has to build, and he's probably talking to God in these seasons of silence. He starts building and getting a close relationship with God through this time where nobody's really recognizing. Nobody is hearing him. Nobody's seeing him, but God is seeing him. God is recognizing him. So you might be in a season of silence right now, man. And we all are in these seasons of silence. We have these times where nobody really listens. Nobody really going to care. Nobody's really going to look. But maybe that's the best time for us to actually build our relationship with God. For us to start to get closer and build this overwhelming joy and love. Because I think about it right now, man. Like David has such love for God in these Psalms. He talks about it. He sings about it. He's just singing this overwhelming joy. And when I first was getting into my faith, I was like, what is that? I didn't have that. I was like, what is that? But lo and behold, I have gone through my own season of silence where I've been making these videos. At first I thought it was going to happen instantly, but I've been making these videos. I've been getting better. Let me show you my cat. Oh, she doesn't want to be on camera right now. But I've been making these videos, getting better, having this time. And, I come out here and just being able to connect with God. Like there's many things I've done to connect with God. I used to come out here and pray, but now I pray in my freaking room. Now I started like gaining closeness by meditation. I've gone to these Bible studies with these older dudes, man. And it's just been these things that I have grown because it's just like, I need to be able to make it through this. I need to be able to get through this. And that has led me to gain a closeness with God. Like I've realized not everybody's going to listen. Not everybody's going to see what you're doing. And I realize that all we really have at the end of the day is God. And that has only happened because I've gone through my season of silence. And if God would have pulled me out any sooner, I would not have been ready. If God instantly threw me into fame and fortune, I would not have been ready. I would have been crushed by it, man. And I think that a lot of you guys can also attest to this, man. But if you're in a season right now where you're feeling like a little bit of season of silence, you're growing and you're trying to do your thing, just realize that God is making you into who you need to be for where you are going to go. It's going to take you somewhere great, but it's going to take some time, because I know for myself, like, man, there was insecurities that I've had. There was just thinking about myself. There was focusing on other people's approval. And if I was taken to that place, I could not handle any of that, man. I could not handle any of that. But now I feel like I have my mind fortified. I feel like I have the armor of God on, and I feel like anywhere he's taking me, I'm going to be ready for it. I expect nothing, but I'm prepared for anything. And I want you guys to be able to build that in these moments right now. Do not waste the time. Do not feel like you're just waiting until you get to success. Right now is the moment that you're going to feel an amazing love for the process that you're going on if you can continue to get close to the Lord. And I know he's going to take you somewhere great. I am excited for it, and I'm excited to see the person that you become through this journey right now. I love you guys. Hope you have an amazing day, week. Peace.